Hi, you may know me. I'm Danny, and I wanted to do a video on this computer. What is it called? I forget what it's called. Let's go into the whatchamacallit and look. This computer is called the GTI14. I've had this fucker for about, I got it in like March or something. Like, I guess it was supposed to be one of my birthday presents. As you see, you can ignore my windows and stuff that I've opened, because I was trying to install this printer that I got off of Vine. That's a completely different monster. As you can see, I have this thing paired with this specific graphics card. And these are my specs. You can see all this shit. I got the one with the 90 some gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, it comes with 11 Pro. You can do all this basic shit. Excuse my language, but for the most part, this computer is my entertainment rig for things that the Mac won't do. So let's start on the basics. For the most part, it runs okay. The biggest problem with this computer is, you guessed it, Intel. Like, this app was holding the entire thing back. This shit, like, if I went and deleted this shit and got an AMD card, I bet you I would probably have a better experience. What do I mean? Like, you can come here, you can go here, and then you can do stuff like this. So let me talk about this screen here. Like, you can turn this on and you can change this, but the moment you change this, your shit's gonna start crashing a lot. Even if you move it up just a slightly bit to 20, it's gonna start crashing a lot, and I mean a lot. Every flipping time you turn this thing on, it's gonna crash. So you might as well just flip that off and leave it alone. But the only real downside that I can see now that I've owned this computer for about, 3 or 4 months, however fucking long, I don't even like doing the math, I'm tired, my head hurts. But the only thing that you really have to do is when you first start up, you have to open this. Every time you have to open this. If you want your fans on and where you can see them and they're noticeably on. Because if you don't come to the screen and you have this graphics card, only the back fan spins. Which means that they got this shit set up for those one fan cards. This specific card has 3 fans, and it's the blue one. So you have to come to this screen. You have to basically, this is usually up here somewhere, and you have to push it down. And then you close it out, and you're good to go. As you can see, I have quite a few games on here in my collection. Something's blocking my TV, so I can't see the bottom, because this is big ass 65-inch screen TV, so I can't see all the icons. But yeah, as you can see from all the games that I have, most of them work without issue. Some of them you need to go in and finagle the settings, like Woodblown. Like, some of the games they wanna default to the whatchamacallit resolution. They wanna default to the games want to default to the 4096 setting, when you don't want that. You want the games to default to either 1440 or 1080, depends on which one you really want to deal with and try and have to deal with the settings. For the most part, it can handle up here, but some games will have like the random tearing and shit. So you can pick a different setting, but I usually just stick around either the 1440 or because you don't really, like, if you have If you have a 65-inch screen 4K TV, you don't need to scale it up anymore. It doesn't really do anything. Like, you can't really even notice it all that well. So it's just like, what's the point? But and you get better frame rate. Like, I managed to get like 120 frames for most games that I play, so it doesn't really lag. Like, my current game of play is this shit, Lost Castle 2, but I've played most of my games. The only games that really had issue was Ninja Gaiden. This game had issue, but if you go in and download the thing off Steam that fixes it, it basically fixes the issue. This game was working perfectly, and then I got a trophy from playing Street Fighter Alpha 3, and it fucked up. I guess it fucked up something in the settings. It said another game on Steam where you can go in and you fix the settings, and then it's supposed to fix it. I haven't played it since it started lagging, but those are the only games that I've had issues on. Like, there's minimal tearing on this, but you can go in and set up your custom profiles if you want to. I usually don't opt to set, oh, I have them all set up, but some of them work, some of them don't work. Yeah, but most of the games, they work. They work out of the thing. You can watch your movies, you can do whatever you want. It's not a bad experience. It's well, what really makes this specific computer suck is the fact that it's got Intel software in it. Now, if you get rid of the Intel software and you go to like AMD, or even, I wouldn't go to NVIDIA with all the shit that's going on with them. But if you go to AMD and they got a good card and you manage to get this shit paired with this shit, it should work out really well, and you should have very minimal issues. Like, oh, and the second bad thing I want to talk about this computer, the downside of it is it's as you can see, you notice I got a cord plugged in. I had to go and get I had to go and buy a 100-foot cord to run it from my living room where the T-Mobile box is to the computer itself, because this computer's Wi-Fi is trash. And when I say trash, I mean hot boo-boo. Like, they said that they have some sort of fix, but they wanted to, like, I contacted them for it, but they said they wanted me to verify that I purchased the computer and all this shit when I literally just got it from them. They literally just sent it out, and this was paid for with all my money. I'm still paying for this damn thing. And they wouldn't send it to me without some sort of verification. I just didn't even bother with it. But the Wi-Fi on this thing is terrible, and I mean terrible. I have a 2019 iMac to compare it to. It's not even close. Like, if you try and do some shit on Wi-Fi on this computer, you might as well just do it on the Mac and call it a day, because this shit Wi-Fi wise is terrible. It does not like the T-Mobile box for whatever reason. It's fine with the router, but the router gives you half the fucking speed. Excuse my language again, but you get half the speed if you connect to the crappy router, versus if you connect directly to the T-Mobile box that doubles as a router, you get full speeds. That's the second bad thing about this thing is it's Wi-Fi. Now, if you can get around that, or you install a Wi-Fi into the basically the mount, or the dock, because they say you can install Wi-Fi to the dock. I just never chose to. Or you get a 100-foot cord and run it from wherever you need to go and call it a day. But yeah, those are the two downsides of this thing. Man, it's not a bad device. It doesn't come with any bloatware. You don't really have to go, oh my god, I have so much stuff to delete. The only things that came on it when I got it was this and this. It had nothing else. This is my software from my external hard drive, so I backed up most of my stuff off my Mac because I wanted to be able to make my music on both. I wanted to be able to listen to my music on both devices. And yeah, I mean, overall, if I was to rate this thing, I would give it a 8.5 out of 10. I gotta knock some points off of the Wi-Fi being complete boo-boo. And I gotta knock some more points off of y'all integrated Intel in this shit. And the graphics control is terrible, because I've had an AMD computer before where you can do all sorts of shit. It's just that the AMD computer I got is a mini PC, and it has 512 megabytes of VRAM. Let me repeat that. 512 megabytes of VRAM. It can't run anything reliably. You can't even hook it up to a dock. I mean, I bought the $250 dock, and then I realized that it had 12 megabytes of VRAM, and it wasn't even it wasn't even worth dealing with at that point because it doesn't support rebar. This one supports rebar. You see that thing? The moment you open the hold on, let me move this shit up the way the TV so I can see. There we go. As soon as you open this shit, it tells you it supports rebar. So that was the first thing I looked for when I got this thing. Was does it support the rebar? Shit, it supports rebar, so it was like, okay, it's a go. Everything works. You out of the box, you just plug it in and go. But yeah, that's my review of this computer. Overall, it's get about an 8.5 out of 10. If you can tolerate having to basically come in and turn your other two fans on every time you restart the thing. I mean, they will turn on, like if you put it under extreme load. I mean, under extreme load. I mean, you have to fully blast a video game, and they will turn on briefly, and they'll turn back off. They turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off. But when you go in here and you adjust it yourself, it stays on the whole time. It keeps your shit cool. If you don't go in there and do it, and you let it run by itself, it usually runs really fucking warm. And yeah, that's my review. Overall, all the games work. They load. You might need to go in and do little tweaks here or there. Fortnite, you have to go through a bunch of shit to get this to actually run on this computer. But once you figure it out, I forgot what it was. It was just something wrong with that. There's something wrong with their software. Part of their code is wrong. You have to go in and actually tell it where the correct path is, and it will allow you to install Fortnite. It's the only game that really gave me an issue. Even Final Fantasy 11 went flawlessly once you figure out the small issues. And it runs, and it runs well. It runs at over 60 frames a second. And this game is from 2004. So yeah, it's a decent machine. It can run everything. It's just that when you do stuff, you just got to make sure that you go easy with the Intel, because the Intel is what makes it crash. The moment you change the VRAM, that is what makes it crash. If you don't mess with the VRAM, you should be good. My computer. Oh, and if you accidentally disable the integrated graphics bullshit, it will cancel you. You will no longer be able to use your HDMI port on the back of the you'll be able to it will disable the HDMI port, so you no longer use it. You can't view the BIOS screen. I don't know how to get out of that or fix that, but I don't really need to go into the BIOS screen anyway, because I set everything up before it foobarred itself. But yeah, once you disable the integrated shit, so that I was hoping it would give me the full power or make it less laggy and shit, but maybe it didn't need it. I don't know, but yeah, if you go and disable that shit from the BIOS, it will remove your ability to use the HDMI port on the back of the machine. You always have to use the ports on the graphics card. I don't know if that holds true when you undock it, but when it's docked, you can't access the BIOS at all. Maybe they updated it, I haven't looked, but yeah. Overall, still 8.5, because you don't really need it. You just don't go and disable it like my dumb ass did, and you won't have that problem. But yeah, overall, that's it. Thanks. Bye.